Well, I'm glad to be here. The circles and the wheel of history that brings me to this moment is deep and wide. I see friends here from my own congregation who came, my little amen corner over here. We're going to be calling on them a lot. No. John was humble in that he said he's a good friend, but he was my mentor when I was early in the ministry in Boston, helped me get through 3 years that were not easy. John Young, who's sitting here, was the minister of my childhood, and I probably wouldn't be a minister without his urging. And I see people like Margot, one of your former ministers, and many others who we worked on the Star King board together, and I'm so glad to be here with you today. The reading is from David Brooks's book, The Second Mountain. It's an excerpt. It goes like this. A committed person is giving her word and placing a piece of herself in another person's keeping. The word commitment derives from the Latin mittere, which means to send. She is sending herself out and giving another person a claim. She is creating a higher entity. When you enter a marriage, your property is still yours, but it is no longer only yours. It belongs to your spouse too, or more properly, it belongs to the union you have both created. This new higher level thing, this fervent, love-drenched, identity-changing definition of a commitment is true, but not the whole truth. A commitment isn't just love and promise. It is love and promise put under law. In the fickleness of feelings, so they bind their future selves to specific obligations. Spouses love each other, but they bind themselves down with a legal, public, and often religious marriage commitment to limit their future choices for those times when they get on each other's nerves. Curious people may read books, but they also enroll in universities to make sure they follow a supervised course of study for at least a few years into the future. And spiritual people may experience transcendence, but understand that for most people, spirituality lasts and deepens only if it is lived out within that maddening community called institutionalized religion. Religions embed the love of God in holidays and stories and practices and rituals and make them solid and enduring. As Rabbi David Wolpe once wrote, spirituality is an emotion. Religion mobilizes. Spirituality is satisfied with itself. Religion is dissatisfied with the world.